why we're here. This meeting is all about showcasing how we can come together to connect people with the great outdoors, federal, state, local, private sector, nonprofits, all together. And certainly one of the most exciting stories that Texas has to offer, and in fact probably an exciting story for the nation, is how the city of Grapevine, the Corps of Engineers, and Gaylord have come together to produce something that is of such value that it attracts literally thousands of people every week to come here to Gaylord, Texas. And what we'd like to do at this point is invite the general manager of this property, in fact, the senior vice president of Gaylord Enterprises, to come here and share with us his view on the partnership. Just as John Imaizumi comes here, let me just say that he's an experienced hospitality industry professional. He's been in the industry for 17 years. Previously worked as the vice president of operations and the chief administrative officers of a hotel chain in New York. But he is adapting to Texas very well. In fact, his closet contains only boots at this point to wear on his feet. He's assured us of that. But he is part of the team that's running this wonderful property. John, if you would, please join us and share with us the story of Gaylord, Texas.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Wanted to say an official welcome to the Gaylord Texan and obviously the City of Grapevine. It's great following the mayor because when you talk about partnerships, actually I think my bio must have been an old one because the 17 I think is turning into 22. So our PR department's got to get that updated. But literally, I got here in 2003. And I have worked in the hotel business, what I like to say, for about 102 years. And I will tell you that partnerships are everything, because all the other cities that I've worked in, and that is across the United States, I always say there's nothing like the city of Grapevine. This is one of those destinations. You heard about Main Street. It's historic. But above and beyond, call it the stuff, above and beyond our building and all that are the people. When you get a city council, the mayor, the CDP, the Chamber of Commerce, our local Corps of Engineers, all that, I mean, that's what makes this work. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time. Doug Evans, thanks for having me here too. He asked me to share a little bit about why Gaylord chose this site. And again, since I got here in '03 and the ground was broken in 2000, I'm not sure I can tell you what was really going on there, but I'll definitely tell you what was the after effect. So with that, when you talk about choosing a site, this is 2000, and I think the deal, and Mayor, you can jump in and correct me, I think, you talk about pre-2000, and when a company's looking to spend $500 million to find a site, afterwards, hindsight for me says, well, if I can figure out the laser, I'll use my lightsaber. All right, if you think about central location, you go, okay, Texas. Now if you think about Texas and the DFW Metroplex and you get right here in Grapevine, what we are blessed with here is, it doesn't matter almost what event we pull or what we try to do. We get folks from Addison, from Plano, from Coppell, Louisville, Flower Mound, you name it. We are surrounded by all these cities that support us in our local business. At the Texan, our main business is conventions. I'm sure you're going to see the convention center on your tours and things. It's 400,000 square feet of meeting space. From the 1,500 rooms, 80% of our business is conventions. So it sounds like, okay, that's what our business is going to be. Well, 20% to fill in with, call it, the individual travelers, those leisure travelers, local business to fill the restaurants, that doesn't come automatically. That's what this brings. So hindsight tells me, are you kidding? We are 5 minutes from the airport. How many of you flew in? All right, was it hard getting to the hotel?
No.
5 minutes. Most hotels of this magnitude, I don't know, anybody, naming one hotel out there that's of this size on a lake that's 5 minutes from the airport. So if you talk about destination marketing and becoming a true destination, not only for conventions and leisure, I'd say I'd have chosen the same site. Partnerships we talked about with Grapevine. The city of Grapevine is amazing with Grape Fest and the things that go on down in Main Street. Grape Fest is in the top 100 festivals in the country in our city. And then you talk about other projects that the mayor mentioned, Great Wolf, Bass Pro, the Mills Mall. I mean, it's just an amazing destination that, again, for us is a great advantage. And again, as Gaylord's looking at places to go, call it going forward from here, this is the model. The Gaylord Texan and the city of Grapevine is really the model of what we like to do to grow the company. Wanted to give you a little bit of history of the resort. You can see the site over here, the convention center. That's when the initial towers in the atrium were going up. And so there's our site. That's Gaylord Trail coming in. And then this is an overall site map. And then that's coming in as you can see it today. We talk about the overall site. It's about 137 acres. And what's really, really fun is that it has been an ongoing development, which means the ongoing partnerships, ongoing meetings with the city, with the Corps, are so important because it's a dynamic project. When this was going on, Doug and I were just talking before, if you look up here, one of the first things that I said coming in, where's the parking? Most of you guys flew in. When we opened this in 2004, there wasn't a parking garage. By summer, we had a parking garage because it was just horrible without, you had all this to get into and no place to park. So we now have not only a garage that was built, but in 2 years ago, we actually expanded to 2 more levels. The place is growing, it's dynamic. Right down here, another big partnership with the city and the Corps is our nightclub. The nightclub location is right there, right down there on that point. And you can just see, look at the lake out here. It's amazing. We did not build the nightclub till 2006. So it opened, and it's now just under 40,000 square feet. It does live music Wednesdays through Saturday. It is one of the biggest, what I call because reasons. Because we have that, locals come out on the weeknights to see live entertainment. Because we have that, conventions book business with us. Being on the lake, I'm sure, causes a lot of challenges with working with, again, core issues, issues of preservation. Sustainability is a big thing to Gaylord, and making sure that we're doing the right thing. So with the Corps' guidance and enabling us to do the right thing, we were able to get that done. And again, it's one more business driver. I'm going to show you some pictures in a minute here, but this is the site that I'm going to show you. And right now, if you were coming in from the airport, as soon as you turn on Gaylord Trail, you'd see another construction project, and that's our resort pool complex. So Rio Fiesta, which is a lazy river and a pool, kiddies pool. It has a lot of destination amenities. Another growth project here, and again, when it shows red, that's Gaylord land, Green's leased land. So you can see we have a few more things to develop. That's what makes it very exciting, again, as a destination. For me as an operator, that we're always going to stay, what I like to say is stay humble, stay hungry. Stay humble that says we don't have it all yet. As great of a history as we've had, I'd like to tell everybody out there, haven't seen anything yet, because it's going to get even bigger and better. So we've got some of that future development capability, and with that, we like to look at our partners again to say, how do we have and how do we make the best use all the way around? A couple more pictures. When this project was coming up, I remember seeing the landscaping and going, wow, it's crazy. It's kind of hard to see on this picture, but if you go back in 2004, you got little tiny trees and all that, and now it's just blossom, both inside and outside. Oops, going the wrong way. Oh no, that's the same one. There's glass cactus, and that was glass cactus site, so I jumped ahead a little bit. And then this is the pool. So that piece of land right there is where this complex is, and you can see lazy river, family pool. This is the food and beverage, security, safety, first aid rooms, locker rooms, dressing rooms. A little bit of a parking turnaround here. This is our staff access. This right here, to give you a frame of reference, is Highway 26. This is a different view of it, again, with the lazy river. Right over about here, that's the zip line. And then there's a slide right there. So everyone has said about us building a water park. I want to go on record, it is not a water park. This is a resort pool complex, and this is really intended for the use of our guests. We have an existing pool, just, I don't know if it's like right there, and it's so big, you can't even see the blue dot on the map. So it's one that when we built this, it was just one of those that I think, you know, the original builders, designers just had no idea about the power of Texas. Texas has such a great pride, and with the way Texans go, everybody drives. So it's not like people pile in a car, everyone drives their own. And when they come, that little pool, we needed something a whole lot bigger to go. So we are really excited about, again, one more development that took a partnership with the Corps and a partnership with the city to make happen. This was not just an automatic. So the last thing what I wanted to leave you with is about culture, because I think that's what you guys are here for, is you're talking about relationships, partnerships. The Gaylord culture that we have is what we call Stars First. And as the general manager, I hope you as our guests get to experience this and witness this. And what I mean by that, we call our employees STARS. And it's an acronym that stands for Smiles, Teamwork, Attitude, Reliability, and Service with a Passion. So it's not just service, but with a passion. So what I hope you find from us at the Gaylord, and I know you're going to find it as from us in the city of Grapevine, is it's about people. And we say Stars First, people first. The philosophy is that we take great care of our people first. They in turn will then take great care of you as our guests. The rest, the business takes care of itself once all that happens. And if you expand that out to call it culture and relationships, you know, I think right now that's what the world's missing. It's about us being as people working together, not, you know, everybody as individuals working, you know, for their own individual purpose. This is about teams, one team with one dream coming together, and I hope that's what you'll find here. Anything else that you need, anyone in our building here with a name tag is here to serve. Please stop and ask, and let us know how we can serve you better. And our official welcome to Gaylord, welcome to Grapevine. Thanks for having me.